Welcome back, lovers. Join us in this week's episode as we pack up our 3-month stay in Belgium, buy a house, a van, and get on the road to Sweden.
What are those?
Oh, my sandals.
And stay tuned for a full house tour, where we show you the good, the bad, and yes, definitely the ugly. But also a lot of progress, heck of a lot of fun with our first ever house renovation. We even get ourselves a couple of new matching tattoos to mark the occasion. If anyone's looking for a sign, here you go. There was no agent representing the sale of the house, so I had to manage the paperwork myself and draw up the contracts from scratch. The risks? Oh, there were many. Not to mention water, electrics, and anything else that could go wrong with a house sold as seen. But no risk, no reward, and ahead we went. Today, we became homeowners. Homeowners? Homeowners. Homeowners Club. Homeowners.
Owner's home.
Homeowners
Club. Oh shit.
How does it look? Homeowners. It looks good. In the end, we paid around about 12,000 euros, give or take, for this 2-bedroom villa. She comes with a lot of land and a massive 4-room basement.
And I've just ordered my new ID card. It was 133 euros, and it'll be here tomorrow midday.
Hi.
Hi guys.
How's it hanging? Uh-huh.
Swings. One of them is
Swingers. After finding the absolute perfect 2005 Ford Transit, all that was left to do was to wait for the van to be delivered and pay the man his money.
So rather than putting shit on the back, which obviously don't want to do, is I will build just a wooden plate like this and like that over it. Just super easily done.
Yeah.
Tony's not sure.
It made a bit of a bored
Which
sound,
is
to be honest.
If the van's good, I'll probably put the deposit down. But if it's not good, I'm walking away from it.
Thank you. Alright, so we've got
El money.
El Manos for the van.
No, we got a run.
Right, so now we're going to meet the guy who is dropping off the van. Alright, look, I really need to. That's gonna take us to, where's it gonna take us to? Sweden. After this, the main thing that we've got left to do is basically figure out somewhere to stay for the first few weeks, because obviously we're gonna have a little bit of shit to do in the house before we move in. So, other than that, we're pretty much done. And it's a weird feeling, because we're used to having quite a long list of things, and then all of a sudden, bish bash bosh, we've taken our time with slow steps, and everything is just kind of falling into place. Isn't it, darling?
It is.
And we've got a pull hook. What's that? What are they called again? A tow hook. Getting in the van for the first time, yeah.
It has to be a bit of...
I love this. I'll happily just be a van chick. We're not in here. It's just getting a feel for it, as with anything really. Well, did it jump out on its own?
It's not staying in.
Switch nog betekenen.
Yeah. We're in a cute little van. Get your fucking clothes off.
We couldn't keep the van in the city because it was an older model, so we had to keep it at a local storage space, which meant a lot more list making, planning, forgetting things and walking back and forth. But it also meant more time to enjoy what the streets of Ghent had to offer.
If somebody had asked me if I had like a wedding plan vibe, I was never that girl. I was too chaotic for a long time to plan anything. I didn't, anyway, whatever. But I just smelt this bush. Say that up. And I was like, oh my god, I know this smell. But I was like, is it India? No, it's Sweden. It's my childhood in Sweden. And this, if anything, is my wedding, like, theme, vibe. Just, oh, look at them. This is Joy. This is Michaela Joy. That's my middle name, by the way. Looking good, babe. Looking good. We've almost got everything ready for our trip, and it's literally days away. Just realised that I made most of this video with half of my head cut out. Gotta stop and smell the roses, you know? Smell the lavender. It's understanding what to prioritise in this life.
What's this you found?
Drumstick.
Hidden in the wall. I see. Potential. Does it work? What's the thermometer? And the drumstick.
It's our first trip in the van, and Otto's already figured out the trick of how to reverse. That's the thing with these older vans, they've got personality.
Nice. One large one, 2 medium, and then how many small were you thinking?
How many of these do you need for a renovation? Who knows? Not us.
Yeah, because if it's too small, it'd be stupid.
I think we'll always need more than we think. Like, I remember the house being like cute and small, but let's be honest, the roof is massive.
Alright, happy with this.
These Nicky Nacky news. Still not touching receipts. Ha.
There's only one thing for it. Baby's got bucks. Baby's got bucks.
We've only got to carry these now for a 40-minute walk.
Hang on, we have to document this. What did you just say?
We don't have to.
We've found the Holy Grail. We've found the Birkenstocks that Otto Kazeems are wearing. Oh my god, we're gonna be matching.
Maybe, yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, hello there. Hi. Oh, you. I love you.
two lovebirds. Oh my god, they've arrived. Show and tell. What have you got there? They all did so well at the house. Oh my gosh, this sofa is so cozy.
Even though we technically don't have a budget for the interior design, and I do prefer to buy vintage, it's still really fun to look, right? It's still fine to look, isn't it? I can just look. I don't have to buy. I can just look. Okay, but it is hard when everything is this pretty. And I am an absolute sucker for colours, shapes and textures. Look at this pink velvet sofa!
Hong Kong Living is one of my favourite brands because they've got some really cool retro, like 70s stuff. That was really hard. I was hoping it would be like more of a sinking in. I do like those cushions though, those shaggy cushions, multicoloured at the bottom.
Luisteren naar de tweede aflevering van Good Evening Europe. De 16e met 22 punten, zoals we terug.
Oh, if I could see you on there.
Now we've got our charging ports working and we've got our seat covers. What's left now? What's left now to do?
I think that's it. Big winner.
Oh.
Everything else is extra.
Everything else is extra. We've pretty much got everything done for the van now, I think. Oh. Which means that all that's left to do really is to pack our stuff and figure out where we're going to be living for the first, I don't know whether it's going to be weeks or if it's going to be a month maybe. We're around about 6 days, I think, until we're planning on leaving Belgium.
Sorting out somewhere to stay turned out to be a little bit more tricky than we thought, but in the end, we were really lucky that we were able to stay for a reduced rate at the local Värdshus, where we stayed when we went to originally view the house back in February.
Down to the final checks now. Fingers crossed. Yes. I've all been. I've got some snacks. Some really stale organic bread. Yes, I am trying to buy the affection of the birds. It's very hard. That was a woodpecker. Oh. Little bit of off-roading in the afternoon. You know, to keep it balanced.
Alright, back to the city. Let a bloody baguette, babe. Had a fair few of these.
Honestly, this is the most.
Yes. Oh, where are you? Oh my goodness. It's a scouse thing.
Straight up the nostrils. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place again.
As well as some very last minute errands to run for the van, we also had some errands to run for ourselves because we realised we're going to be living in the middle of nowhere and it might not be that easy to get to the shops.
Yeah, it looks nice when it's open.
The trials and tribulations of having a heavy road glide bike in the centre of the poshest, quietest street in Ghent, where it's practically illegal to have a motorcycle. You know, in the traditional sense of having a motorcycle that makes noise and you have fun on it.
It's a little bit of a different vibe to the one in London. Just a little bit familiar. Just somesy, isn't it?
You can tell that they've got more stock in like bikes, apparel, but vintage is still better. Yeah. Which one would you choose out of all these?
The one that's parked outside.
Oh, I saw it said Frost. Is that brown?
I believe so, yeah, they're like V8s, though. Some one of the biggest engines you can get. But I like them.
Welcome to the Street Light Special. Zing yellow.
Happy?
I'm absolutely over the earth.
So in the midst of packing, as you can see, we are now doing the transferal of the deed through Lantmäteriet, which is fun. Especially if you don't have a bank ID, then it's still completely possible, but we're learning about the process step by step and it doesn't always work. And as usual, the key is just to keep calm and take it a step at a time.
So, documents. You don't need to help me here because you've got more sight of the documents than I do. So, deed of purchase. We have it.
Purchase contract, acquisition documents.
So all of these we need.
Okay. Panos. A staple for our diet. We are on our second day of packing. Well, to be honest, we kind of started earlier than that, but it's just taking a bit of time to figure out exactly how we're going to do this.
We are getting there.
See you later.
Last preparations.
Absolutely knackered.
Wow, look at the sunrise. Oh my god, it's beautiful.
We'll just ignore the smudgy windows. We've got our sun in here. It's doing good. Van lifers for the day. Oh, little sweet tired eyes. Got stopped at the border between the Netherlands and Germany, which is fine. They just wanted to know what was in the van. And we were like, everything's in the van. What's not in the van? They were like, narcotics. We were like, narcotics are not in the van. But it went smoothly and they were actually really nice. So on to the next leg of the journey. Nine hours 53 left to go. It's not bad, you know. I don't think it's hit me quite yet that we're moving to Sweden right now. Everything has been so intense up to this point that we've had to sort of live in the moment, I think, and just take things step by step. So right now we're on the road, but the fact that we're going to Sweden has not hit me at all. Wow!
Zero.
The 15-hour drive from Belgium to Sweden was intense, and even though we'd planned to take the ferry from Germany over to Denmark, we actually ended up driving the whole way, which turned out great. We did, however, encounter just about every single type of weather system possible, including a rainbow, so the magic was definitely on our side. Our knowledge of bridges, however, was a little bit lacking, and we didn't know which bridge was the bridge from Denmark to Sweden until we finally crossed the last one. Toll paid. So here we go, the famous bridge across from Denmark over to Malmö, and we were set to arrive at our destination around about 11 p.m.
Välkommen hem till Sverige, älskling.
And even though the bridge did offer a moment of excitement, it quickly wore off as we delved ever deeper into exhaustion, and it wouldn't be too far to say delirious. And as the sun set, the rain also set in, and it was really poor visibility. So I didn't get much filming done from here for many reasons. So we'll catch up with you on our first day at the Yellow House. Good morning. First things first, we want to give you a tour around the house and to give you the lowdown of what we knew so far. Or more accurately, what we perhaps didn't know so far. As you can see, the house was absolutely full of rubbish, and it didn't look like there would be much worth salvaging. But that was not the case, as it turns out, and we actually did find quite a lot of nice pieces of furniture and bits and bobs that we decided to save, salvage, and refurbish. Even though I'm speaking now in past tense while sitting in the living room of this house, because yes, we have moved in, our aim is really to fast forward over the next couple of episodes so that we're able to share with you in real time the projects that we get up to, week to week. So that's how I can promise you already that in the coming episodes we have a lot of exciting stuff to show you. Not only the progress that we've made on the inside of the house, but also the outside of the house, without spending much of a budget whatsoever compared to traditional renovations. Whereas a lot of people would look at this house and see all of the dirt and the work there is to do, which is exactly the feedback that we've had when we've shared this footage with a lot of our nearest and dearest. However, since doing a lot of renovation works on ourselves, I've learned that I've developed a sort of a gift to be able to see past all of the dirt and the junk and to see nothing but promise and inspiration. I can see so much beauty in this house and the garden, even though both are pretty overgrown and a little bit sad. Our aim is really to put as much love and light back into this house as we have done for ourselves the past couple of years. And in seeing the transformation in ourselves, we know what's possible for this beautiful home. But yes, we are still very realistic people, and we know that there's a long list of things to do. But luckily, it's our house, on our land, on our time, and this is how we choose to spend our life. But there were still a lot of unknowns. There was definitely no water, as the meter had been removed and the taps had even been taken off. It was also clear from the bathroom that there'd been further issues with the plumbing a long time ago, as it was in a pretty bad state, as was the kitchen. And as for the electrics, well, they did seem to work, but also looked pretty vintage, the wiring likely from the 40s. Our aim for the first few days would just be to rip out the shit and see what we're working with, and then we'd go from there. Likely, it would be a case of glamping in the Yellow House. And funnily enough, much to everyone's surprise, the hole in the roof and the resulting ceiling was actually the least of our concerns, as it was now spring and Mother Nature was on our side. It did not rain for the first 2 weeks we spent with the house, allowing us some much needed time to get to grips with the house, understanding what to prioritize and patching the roof by the time some light rain did hit. Even though the house at first sight may be a little bit shocking, underneath these layers is a perfect wooden structure. Okay, aside from the hole in the roof. And similar to a jigsaw puzzle, any areas that did have damage or mold could simply be cut out and replaced. Something, for the most part, that we can get to grips with ourselves. And anything we don't know, we can learn. And as a last resort, we can always bring in the professionals. But for now, we were feeling enthusiastic. Exhausted, yes, but enthusiastic, definitely.
All right, so this is technically day 2, and this is the worst room. And oh my goodness, what a change to taking up the absolute piss and shit covered liners. Wow, babe. Absolutely mega. Yeah, probably.
Or we can make a path right here for in a bit.
I think.
That's not too bad.
Dude, that is not bad at all. Considering how that could have been, I am extremely pleased. Wow! Yes, yes!
So we just polish the turn.
Absolutely, just polished a turd. Some of the handiwork. And some beauty. I know.
Look, you must be in a fireplace here at some point.
Oh, yeah, that's the back of the one on the other side. So this is where we have the kakelugnen, and then this must have been on the other side. Hey! What's this then?
Thursday, the 8th of June, 1961.
So that's when this was probably laid. Do you need a hand? Absolute dream sofa if it hadn't been chewed up and spat out by numerous creatures and humans. It's like a fuchsia pink velvet sofa. See ya.
Who you guys carrying?
Are they carrying something?
There, look, they got a little
Oh yeah.
bumblebee they're carrying around. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it worked. It's well made. It's got like buttons, push button.
Everything used to be pretty well made back in the day. Proper materials, thick cotton, none of that polyester shit unless it was really necessary. Hoppa! This guy. Spokesperson for the crows, I've noticed. Nice. So far, pretty much all the windows do open after a little bit of a wiggle. And all the blinds work too, which is just, well, a sign of the quality of the past, I suppose. Can we get one last hurrah for the piano? Wow, it's beautiful on the inside.
Struggle is real.
You know when you're so tired that like taking your gloves off is faster, but
Yeah, even that sentence was faster, wasn't it? Do a little hot tour on the bag. It'll open up. I was just about to say. Tweedledee and Tweedledoo, I was like.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum are inside. Honestly, today has been... It's incredible how different the house looks. I think we knew that we'd be like quick at the ripping out, but we've done that whole ground floor in a day. I mean, I'm in shock, especially you. I can't describe this feeling. It's like I want to cry, laugh, jump with joy, like... I've never had this feeling.
No, baby.
Oh yes, it's been a very busy boy tonight.
Ooh, our first letter. Älskling. Honey, I'm home. Where are you? We got our first post.
No way. It's from your mum.
Yeah. A really good trick for any creepy crawlies or ants, instead of killing them or introducing any sort of nasty chemicals into our environment, because after all, we do live in the same environment, we're all animals. Especially if you're buying an old house, it's a good idea to take a look in the kitchen, because no matter how old it is, vinegar, cinnamon, salt, baking soda, various herbs and spices, they can be used for a lot of deterrents as well as antiseptics, antibiotic, you know, everything's got a use. So I found this really old bag and I thought, that looks like cinnamon to me. Popped it in here with a bit of water. We don't have lots of water right now. This is the best I could do. With a bit of green soap from the 1970s, which still seemed to be good. And I'm just gonna let that do its thing in there for a little bit. And then you can pour it around the edge of your house or anywhere where you can see the ants are trying to get in, because they are, like my leg at this moment, because they are not a fan. Unlike myself and all the other Swedes, cinnamon is definitely one of my favorite spices. But yeah, it's a really kind way, I think, to work with the ants rather than trying to forcibly remove them or kill them. That would always be my top tip. Got myself this broom, some rainwater, and let's give that a stir. Leave it for a while, then pour it all around the house. See how it goes. Here we've got one of the ants stacks, which is very active, and we have a second one as well a little bit further down in the garden, and I think they do link together. These guys can form territories that are really large, so see if we can work together. Yes! Power
today we've had a lot of, well, we've got a lot of stuff done, shall we say. Getting there, huh? Still a little gross, but oh my god, I can't believe you managed to get that thing off. I think we're on to the third day, which is pretty nuts actually, and we've already cleared the ground floor almost completely. Upstairs, got a bit of throwing out of stuff to do today, but not much really. We started on the cellar already, and we're off to a bigger town to try to stock up on some quite vital bits like masks and water, toilet paper, rope if we can find it. Yeah, and just take a look around the local area as well, because so far we've kind of just gone head first into the house.
The roof plates.
Just found this absolutely gorgeous rug, and I'm going to see if we can just disinfect it a little bit in the sun, considering it's shining. But it looks like it's in really good condition.
That's one piece. So move this one. It's a special lemon tool. Straight out of the 50s.
It's multi-purpose.
Laminate type. Anything last time this floor had some sunlight.
Oh,
If ever.
if ever, I reckon what, in the 60s? Starting to look really quite lovely in this sunny room. Found a few bits of furniture that we're going to keep. This guy might come in handy. And feeling very, very grateful today. Things are just starting to come up roses. All right, let's see what we need. What's that tool you're using? The laminate tool.
And everyone's saying, you gotta use this.
You can use what you've got.
Renovating on a budget.
Well, it's just renovating with common sense too, without having to spend loads of cash.
Different types of tools that can sell you.
It's pointy, it's metal, it works. Upp med skiten!
So that's the worst there.
Which, to be honest, not so bad. It's not so bad. Do you know what, love? I know how you feel.
All right, lovers. Thanks for hanging out with us this week. I can't quite believe we've moved to Sweden and just how much progress we've made in the house already. And on that note, please subscribe because in episode 3, we've got even more surprises in store. It only gets better from here. And also, a big thank you for everyone who supported us along the way. It means the absolute world. Take care, pals. See you next week.